What does a CEO do all day?
It's a very hard question to answer. So I have 10,000 people all around the world in 100 countries. So I need to make sure that those people are working together well and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing so that the British Council does what it's supposed to be doing. So that's one piece of what I do. I then have lots of partners around the world, and they might be government, people in arts and culture, people in education, school principals, for instance. And I work with them to discuss what would be most helpful, what can the British Council do that's most useful for them. And then the third thing I do is travel around the world and see all of our operations like here and talk to people and ask them, is it working? Are we being helpful? Should we change what we're doing? Those are the main things I do.
Can I know how the British Council help the kids like us?
It's a good question. I mean, the things we try and think about, what's the most important thing for you, do you think? It's to get an education, right? So you need a school, and you need a school system that's going to teach you something that's useful for you. So we need to work with the schools, we need to train the teachers, and then we need to find ways to help you go to school if you can't afford to, or if you're from a group that doesn't often go to school, and then we can provide money and provide scholarships for that. So I think those are the two things. Make sure there's a place for you to go to school and work with your principals and teachers to make that the best we can, and then help with financial assistance where we need to.
What do you think that today's kids will do when they will be grown up?
I think there's a lot of opportunity in the world today for kids to do things when they grow up. First thing they need to do is think about how they get an education and focus on getting an education on the things that they're interested in and can be useful for the world. And I think there are many, many choices, though. There isn't only one choice. Like there's a number of very technical things around, whether you want to be a doctor or an engineer or a scientist. That's a big group of things. And then there's a big group of things that is more artistic, I'd say. Do you want to be a painter or a writer or a philosopher almost? And I think both are valuable, and the world needs both. So I think that the most important thing to do is, learn as much as you can and try and find what you're interested in, and then focus on that and try and make yourself useful for the world.